We're here at the 2026 Chrome and Smoke Show in Osmond, Nebraska. We're here with the guys that kind of built this show, started with the idea of it here, I guess. We'll kind of talk with them. Go ahead and introduce yourselves. We'll start with Booze over here.
Well, yeah, I'm Taylor Buholtz, aka Booze, whatever.
Chris Schramm, they call me Schramm, that's my handle. Yeah.
I'm Brett Barr, call me Rockstar.
All right. So how did this whole idea start?
Well, believe it or not, there was beer involved. We have a little thing in Osmond called Osmond Fest. And Summerfest, whatever. Yeah. And actually Chris was kind of running with that, him and a crew or whatever, and he came up to me one night, we were in the bowling alley having some beers, and he said, hey, what would you think about doing a truck show, in town? And I mean, obviously for the love of trucks, yeah, absolutely. And then the beers in there, like, yeah, man, let's do it. And that night, I told him, I said, the only, there was a spot of ground, which we're using now. I said, that's where I think would work the best. We'd have to get permission from the guy, because it's all private ground. And the next morning, we
got on it right away.
Yeah, just got on right away. He called me, and he's like, hey, man, we're good to roll. And it's like, well, hold on to your hat. I know some people. So I started making calls, and then Chris and I came out here, went around through everything, and I'm like, we're going to need some help, obviously. And my cousin Brett here, we've worked together, ride or die or whatever, been cousins forever since we were born. So I called him, I'm like, man, could you come help with this deal? Because I think this is going to get pretty big. Brett came in, and we had a meeting. He got his wife to help out with some of the logo work, and we gained a few other guys, and they've all been great. We got a good team going, and that's what it takes to run something like this.
You got Derek, Derek and my brother Blake.
We got to plug them all. We just added
you all added to it.
There's been so much help, and it's been great.
Yep.
It's tough too, because when everybody's got an opinion on something, and we work so just the prep for the show takes all year long.
Absolutely.
And as much as we do.
Yep.
And many miles sitting behind that steering wheel, and your wheels get to spinning about what could we do, and what we're trying to do is just make it a great party for everybody else. That is absolutely it.
Yep. So this is your third year, correct?
That's correct, yep.
Third year. What was your first year's attendance?
91.
91.
91 or 93.
93, I think, yep.
How many did we end up with today?
We have no idea. We'll have to count the drone footage. I was hoping for 2.
I don't think you got quite
we
that.
got to 2, but
I bet you guys are up around the 150, 175.
Yeah, kind of what I was thinking.
There's a lot of cool iron here. There's a lot of cool trucks.
And Brock, that's the best part about this. It's working trucks. It's a non-judge show. We don't pluck tires out of steer tires or brick drives or anything. You don't even need to wipe the thing down. Just bring it in.
Yep.
I tell everybody the truck is just always the icebreaker, because at the end of the day, that's all we have in common is trucks. But once you get to meet that guy, behind the wheel, you build that relationship. And anymore in the trucking industry, the only communication we got to build these relationships is the truck shows, because we have no 24-hour cafes anymore. There's nobody talks on the CB.
Yep.
So being an owner-operator, you need that relationship. I could probably go, from here to California, and at least know somebody that knows somebody. If I break down a load of hogs on a 100-degree day, you can't just get into the Loves and get that fixed. You can call somebody and be like, hey man, I need some help. And you meet these people at the truck shows. So that's kind of what it's all about.
Absolutely. We've talked to a lot of people today, several older drivers, that one of the things that they've really missed out on has been the camaraderie, the care that guys used to take for trucks. And looking around here, it's kind of hard to imagine that. But this is just a lot of like-minded people that have got together.
And a lot of people, you don't really realize it until this show, the stuff people have that bring out to this.
Yep. And you guys have a lot of local people here. I've told everybody kind of within a 40-mile area here, every guy that has just a truck, period, it doesn't matter what it is, they're bringing them out and they're supporting the show, and the community is behind you is absolutely amazing up here.
We don't care either. If you got a Peterbilt 379 or a Cascadia or a Penske truck, as long as you got pride in it.
You got a project truck, you got a truck that's halfway done. Example here, mismatched sleeper, it's cool. That's what we like to see.
As long as
you got your metal shiny and everything's clean. It's
as
cool.
You have pride in it, that's what is also lacking in the industry. And hopefully the younger generation that comes to the show can see this and we can keep that alive, you know, because I
Absolutely.
feel like that's dying off.
Yep.
And I mean, anymore going down the hill, I can go from Texas to North Dakota, California. I can almost count on one hand how many trucks like get me to turn my head.
Uh-huh.
And I just think we're losing it a little bit. So
Yep.
this is, hopefully people are taking notes walking through here. Like, get y'all jacked up. Like, man, I get home, I'm gonna shine my wheels, you know, or something. Because that's why I do what I do. We have a lot of pride in it, and that's why I like trucking. You take all
Absolutely.
that out, I might go get an office job.
Yep. In the days of, you know, that we're in now, a lot of the county fairs going away, you guys giving back to the community, how much back feed do you get from the community about how good the show is for this area?
Everybody, I mean, you talk to everybody, they love it. Nothing but good experience.
Yeah,
We've
it's
never, I mean, you're always gonna get somebody that wants to complain, but
It's one of them new deals that, you know, nobody really
Yeah.
thought about.
Like
You just
the
hey,
first-
truck shows, and, you know, I don't think anybody really expected it to be what it is. None of us really expected it to blow up like it did.
that was like the first
But,
year, you know, they're like, yeah, go ahead. They, you know, figure there's gonna be 20, 30 of your buddies that would show up, just drink beer, and it ended up almost 100 trucks the first year, and they're like, this is
The town started noticing, it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are bringing in, you know, people, they're bringing in a lot of money for the community, just the trucks
Absolutely.
showing up. You know, they're buying fuel at the mini mart, they're going in, getting beer, water, pop, stuff like that. And
Absolutely.
The communities, now that we're ramped up, now they're really backing us, and we
Absolutely.
need that.
big support, yeah.
Absolutely. And then you guys have a benefit for the show. What is your benefit?
so that's the OK Corral, Kids Corral, yeah, down there in
Oklahoma, Toby Keith Foundation.
It's Toby
yeah,
Keith
yeah.
Foundation. So
Okay.
I don't know. I just looked it up, and the reason I kind of found it, I liked it. I mean, they serve, you know, kids like you know, they have cancer or something like that. They basically house the family. They
House them and feed them.
Yeah, they
Yep,
house
yep.
them and feed them.
Yep.
Like I think up to, what was it, 12 family members? I'd have to
Yeah.
look it back, but they house up to so many family members.
Yeah, based
Awesome.
off how much
Yep.
you give. Yeah.
And so, like what we donated last year to them, we provided breakfast for all the families for 200 days.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a pretty good feeling.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty
Oh.
good feeling.
And you know where it's going.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
And, you know, they're not very big either.
Yep.
And so, it's kind of one of them things where you kind of know where it's going. And,
Yep.
I don't think anybody, and that is one thing that everybody can agree on, helping out little kids, you know, that sick or injured or whatever. You can't say no to that.
Yeah.
That's our big picture deal,
Yeah.
you know, that we're going for. We also give back to the community
Yeah.
portions, you know, and then we got to roll some back into the show. But
Yeah.
we
Absolutely.
need a big picture deal, and that's what we all agreed on. So.
Absolutely. Awesome.
all our sponsors, you know, everyone
Yeah.
donated, and all the drivers that come out. And, you know,
Yeah.
but if they didn't come out, we wouldn't have shows.
Yeah.
It's very, we got explained to by the guys that run the Casson show, and I mean, it connects that sponsors pay for the show and the trucks make the show. You know, without
Yeah.
either one, I mean, it wouldn't work at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. It's a blast, and we totally exhausted, you know, the work that goes into this. But at the end of the day, when you see these older guys drinking beer together, talking about stories from days gone by, and
Yep.
hey, I haven't seen you in 10 years kind of a deal, that totally makes it so worth it. You
I know with mine, the best feeling I've got is on Friday night after everybody's there, the lights are all on,
Yeah.
and you just sit back and go, we made this happen. We brought all these people in here.
It's a huge feeling.
Fireworks and everything.
Absolutely.
That's,
Yeah.
it's always, that's
It's just an
you see how it
accomplishment
all
feeling.
It
turns
makes
out.
you feel like a kid again.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
you-
that's
You get-
and that,
you get
and that
chills
goes back to
almost.
my other point earlier. So, you know, we were talking about the kids. We've all been that little kid
Yeah.
staring up at these trucks going, someday. And here we are in the thick of it.
yeah,
and
we're actually doing it. And there's days I got to remind myself, it's like, man, I'm doing my absolute dream, and it's a blast. And that, I think that's the thing. We're so addicted to these trucks and the
Yep.
people that are driving them and their relationships and the whatever. That's what keeps me going on the whole thing, you know. Just
Absolutely. Is there any of your sponsors you'd like to thank or give a shout out to?
Every one of them, really. I mean, especially our top sponsor, but every one of them could do without them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you get all the top sponsors.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we got
yeah,
people
special
that
shout out to them for them,
Yep.
the top sponsors.
We got
But, I mean,
people
without
that
a
are,
lot of-
you know, don't even have businesses and they just want to throw 500 or
Yeah.
$1,000 just to keep it going because that's how much they like it. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
that's actually the hardest part of the show is asking, you know, and we kind of are almost at the point where the show's starting to almost work for itself, you know, that you don't have to call so much. People already know about it and they're like, hey, I had some guys already tonight, you know, say he put us down for next year's sponsorship. And that is so
That's a good feeling.
nice
Yeah.
because that
Yep.
calling and asking, that's probably the toughest part of the
Yep.
job to
Yep.
me,
Yep.
you know, with running the show with all
Yep.
of us.
Absolutely.
It's the calling and asking.
Absolutely. Well, it's good talking to you. You guys
Yeah.
have an awesome show here. Hope everything goes well. We'll look forward to again next year.
And Brock, thanks for everything you do.
Yeah, you've been here every year so far as well. So
It's one of
Yeah.
my favorite shows to go to.
I'm
So
watching your videos and
We'll see you in August too.
Yes.
we'll be at yours.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. It was
Midwest
great talking to
Classic,
you
yep.
guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brock.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have a good day. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.